witness the birth of the incredible Nintendo Entertainment System?
What's it like to play the Nintendo Entertainment System?
Growing up in the late 80s and early 90s, I saw not only the growth of video games as a whole, but also the birth of a new kind of marketing. It seemed like very suddenly and overnight, every single bit of marketing seemed to be geared towards children. From breakfast cereals that come to life and bring the circus to your house.
What is it?
It's circus fun right in your bowl, and you're gonna wanna come flying for horses and hoops, balls and bears, elephants and lions.
To this iconic commercial where a soft drink literally turns you into Michael Jackson. And I can't say that it doesn't work. Even now, sitting here listening to this, I'm rocking out. Hashtag no shame.
You're grabbing for the magic on the run. You're a whole new generation. You're loving what you do. I put a Pepsi in the motion, but that choice is up to you. Hey, you're the Pepsi generation. Girls are down and taste the thrill of the day. And feel the Pepsi way. Taste the thrill of the day. And feel the Pepsi way.
Free ride, pull. Okay. The McDonald's.
Now, of course, everybody had to get in on the action.
And soft drink. Oh, wishful thinking. Wow.
I'm pretty sure everybody remembers Ronald McDonald. While not a huge part of McDonald's these days, when I was a kid, his big red smile and gang of friends were a household name. Lovable characters such as Mayor McCheese, Grimace the Fry Kids, and even the Mascot villain the Hamburglar were everywhere.
You've got a lot to learn. Anything can happen, right, Beef?
All of them inhabiting a world called McDonald Land that was used for no other reason than to attract kids to their now infamous Happy Meals.
Look who's back. Now.
With the success of the Happy Meal, it wouldn't be long before other chains jumped on the bandwagon. Pizza Hut released lines of large vinyl puppets for The Land Before Time. You know, that dinosaur movie that made you cry and made you eerily fascinated with tree stars. They released puppets for Beauty and the Beast, sunglasses, and even a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cassette tape with the purchase of a pizza. Fast food chains have always catered to children, and it's no surprise why. It works. I mean, with plenty of products using cartoon mascots, bright colors, and even prizes and everything from cereals to Cracker Jack boxes, it's no surprise that some companies saw the rise of video games as a prime way to get kids interested.
It's your call. You can enjoy
Domino's did not miss its chance to get in on the fun.
Take your chances with the Noid. You can have
The Noid is, and I'm directly quoting here, a humanoid creature clad in a red bunny-eared suit, and it was meant to be the embodiment of everything that could go wrong with delivering a pizza in 30 minutes or less.
You can taste the quality from Domino's Pizza, so avoid the Noid. Domino's Pizza.
Yeah, no, I don't
delivers
see it
all
either.
around now.
Stepping back in time just a little bit to 1979, Domino's had created a policy that I'm sure you now know is synonymous of pizza delivery guarantees, the infamous 30 minutes or less, or your pizza's free. This policy resulted in drivers driving recklessly, and because of this, the Noid was born. The embodiment of this guarantee became Domino's new and weird mascot.
In the pizza delivery game, the Noid can zap ordinary pizza.
He was featured in various commercials with the slogan, "Avoid the Noid." He had action figures, and he has been featured in various cartoons from The Simpsons.
And now to deliver a special sermon on the sanctity of deliciousness, the Noid.
That's it!
Quiet, Lisa. Everyone in the store is looking at you.
And he even got a guest spot on Family Guy.
Now, and I'm having pizza. So if you see the Noid running around, tell him if he ruins my pizza's freshness, I'll snap his neck. What was all the commotion?
Oh, nothing. It was just...
Perhaps it was the Noid who should have avoided me.
This little character also managed to snag not one, but 2 video games. The first was a computer game released in 1989 called Avoid the Noid. It had you trying to deliver a pizza in 30 minutes or less in an apartment building swarming with Noids, some of which were armed with pizza-seeking missiles or water balloons. It's absolutely ridiculous, but honestly, kind of a lot of fun. Wasn't really a long game. Having really only one goal, you were able to beat it in under 30 minutes. 30 minutes or less. But given the time period and the fact that it was released on, I think, the Commodore 64, it honestly wasn't a half bad game. Then in 1990, Capcom would team up with a Japanese game company, who I'm not going to try to pronounce because I really don't want to butcher it, to release the game that most people remember and regard as one of the most difficult NES games to date, Yo! Noid. The game itself is a 2D platformer that seems to make as little sense as possible. You play as the Noid, and you move through various stages fighting flying fish, hockey-playing polar bears, and guys who seem to shit out exploding footballs. I don't understand it, not even a little bit. The difficulty factor on this game is unreal. I myself have only been able to make it to level 3, no matter how many times I've tried. I've run it on an emulator, and I managed to make it to level 4 with saving state near the end of each stage. So if that doesn't tell you anything, this game is ridiculous. So after several vehicle accidents and one death allegedly caused by the 30-minute guarantee policy, Domino's Pizza was sued for many millions of dollars in damages, in several cases dating all around the 1980s. But I think the weirdest thing to happen was on January 30th, 1989. A mentally ill man by the name of Kenneth Lamar Noid, who would see the commercials and slogan as a personal attack against him. He walked into a restaurant in Chamblee, Georgia, I think that's how you pronounce that, armed with a .357 Magnum, and held 2 employees hostage for 5 hours. He told the employees the owner had stolen his name, demanded $100,000 and a white limo as a getaway car because that's inconspicuous. Noid eventually became hungry and forced the employees to make him 2 special pizzas and a salad. It was while he was eating with his gun on his lap that the 2 employees would thankfully escape unharmed. So even after all of the lawsuits and after this incident happening, it wasn't until 1993, after a woman was injured when a delivery driver ran a red light and struck her. She was awarded $78 million, and the 30-minute guarantee was terminated, and with that went the Noid.
The Noid just can't beat the best.
I don't know if it was a blessing that he disappeared. I don't know if we kind of sort of missed that day and age when everybody had something going for them and everybody had a face to hide behind. So many mascots have become lovable parts of our lives. For many of us, we remember growing up with them and the joy they would bring us as children, from the cuddly to the lovably hated, the obscure, the completely unnecessary. They all hold a place in our memory. The Noid is no different, with his laugh, his arsenal of weapons, and trademark slogan. But one thing I think we can all agree on is that not every product needs a mascot, and not every mascot needs a video game.